So this is the manual, and this is the Abu Dhabi Sewerage Services Company manual. It is used for sewerage design. So you have to follow this standard manual to design the sewerage network in Abu Dhabi, right? So you just need to search on Google Abu Dhabi sewerage design. So you will get this videos. You can download it or save it. So there's the condition to design your networks, and it has everything mentioned how to design, what kind of drawings you need to prepare, and on what side. Everything is in standards over there. So you need to design the need to prepare the site plan as per this scale, and this kind of details should be there in the site plan. And longitudinal section has some existing this kind of details, and this would be the scales for this one, right? And this kind of construction details you need to define a copy. So hydraulic calculation models and everything you need to define over here. Okay, so layout of manholes. Okay, so manhole, if pipe is this size, 150 to 200 so you need to provide the manholes at the distance of 100 meter. That should be the distance, maximum spacing of the manhole. Okay, so you need to look out everything accordingly. You have to define it, right? And this manhole should be built at the changes of the slope in pipeline, and at the changes of direction, and at the junction of including property connection. These things uh, you have to provide in, right? And yeah, this kind of covers you have to uh, consider for the design. You have to look out the standard drawings, and that can also be available on search on Google's, and you will get it very soon. Okay, and I will mention that drawing standards manual. And manhole covers would be say rectangular is it is 600 uh, 600 by 750 circular is 750 Okay, so for the covers, if paved area, then it follows the final paved levels. And landscape areas, so we need to increase just 0.1 meter height. We need to increase, and if we open our unpaved areas, then we need to increase the height 0.25 meter, right? Not manholes cover security. The following measures and options shall be adopted to this and there are non-authorized access to the manholes, and to stop the stealing of manhole covers from the side, we need to make this some uh, board or something, so that it will be visible. Drop a manhole or backdrop connection. Uh, if slope is getting more than 10%, then you have to provide the backdrop. Okay, for a diameter of 150 the minimum bed or so minimum backdrop is zero point 0.7 meter. You need to see the standard drawings. Okay, same for the cover. If minimum without protection, you need to provide 1.2 meter protection for the pipe, and with the uh, if you are providing protection in kind of concrete cover or something, then it will be 0.5 meter. Under existing service, 0.3 meter. Okay, so sewers laid within the highway shall have minimum 1.2 meter cover, right? Yeah, protection, this will be kind of concrete bed or surrounding on bunds can be used in ground to be raised if initial cover is 1 to 1.5 meter. Sewer corridor width, you have to check it. If on 150 to 500 pipe is there, then corridor will be 2 meter. So 2 meter is the minimum corridor width, and 4.4 meter is maximum width. And you need to look out the where you can laid out your roads or sewer networks under the roadworks. If it's major highway or asphalt is there, so expressway or freeway, so you can't provide any kind of sewer. Minor highways there, then you can provide it, right? So this kind of structural design you need to consider. Okay, you have to read every guideline, so that you will get it everything. you have to follow, otherwise if your design is not following the design, so your design will be wrong or it will not be acceptable. So minimum size of the pipe is 150 mm, and hydraulic design you have to do it. Portable console is not historically monitor, so that's why you have to look out. Okay, so this is the international code BAN 752. It is also based on this average daily flow. So you have to see, if low residential building, so it is 180. If medium cost residential building is 225, and higher cost residential building is 210. So always consider high. Okay, high average daily flow, and these are the different types. So daily use, so this is the high rise. Number of fillets is 5. um, Number of fillets multiply to 10. Okay, so this is the thing you have to do it. And for the to find out the peak flow, you have to use this kind of formula, right? If other peak values, so you can also use the Babbitt equation to find out your peak flow. All right, if population less than 500, where the flows are insufficient to give the self cleaning velocity as your considered to be self cleaning. If on 50 mm diameter cavity having a gradient not less than 1:3 is provided, at least 10 dwelling units are connected. So you have to consider, if population is less than 500, then you have to consider 10 dwelling units. Okay, so minimum velocity is 0.75 meter per second, and 3 meter at the should not be higher than 3 meter per second. For depth of the flow, there will be the size of the pipe, zero point 0.7 meter, right? And minimum flow shall be considered to avoid the sedimentation and achieve self cleaning vessel. The maximum flow shall be able to clear sedimentation. That's why 0.75 meter per second is minimum velocity to clean the sedimentation. If for the gradient, minimum gradient is 0.75%, and for 205 minimum 3.3%, right? And maximum invert depth, that's mean 10 meter you can provide it maximum. All right, so same thing is for pipe connection. So there's a design of chamber. There will be chamber of two types: collection chamber and inspection chamber shall be between 20 to 50 meters. Okay, right. So same thing is for the minimum cover or without per section. These are the things, right? Yeah, gradient 1% or 10%, and minimum diameter for the property connection is also 150 mm. Okay, so maximum is slope is 10%, you can provide it, right? For the hazard waste, you need to see these characteristic of the waste. It should be within these limits, otherwise you can't dispose into the sewerage network. All right, okay, so you have to read all manuals to see every kinds of details, so you need to follow this. All right, okay, I will provide this manuals in the uh, course, so you can download it and you can look at it in deep details. Okay, thank you.